1. Introduction. My name is Angela Reed. I am 26 years old. I work as a marketing assistant. My company is big and it is in Chicago. I like my job very much. I try my best every day. I come to work early and I leave late. I work hard to do everything well. My boss is Mr. Greg Collins. He is strict, but he is also nice. He is in his mid-30s, so he is not very old. Mr. Collins always wears a good suit. He speaks in a clear and strong way. Everyone at the office looks up to him. I also admire him a lot. He is a good leader. Many people want to be like him. He knows a lot about marketing. He always has new ideas for our team. He often tells us to work hard and to be creative. I listen to his advice and try to follow it. I believe that working hard will help me to grow in my career. I want to be successful in this company. However, there is another person in the office. Her name is Brittany. She is a coworker. Brittany makes me feel very frustrated. She is often lazy. She comes to work late almost every day. She spends a lot of her time doing other things. She talks on her phone a lot. She looks at her phone screen for many minutes. She does not do much work. It is hard for me to understand this. When Mr. Collins walks by, Brittany quickly changes her behavior. She starts to act very busy. She picks up papers and looks at her computer screen. She pretends to be working hard, but as soon as he leaves, she stops working again. I do not know how she keeps her job. Many times I have to finish her tasks. I have to correct her mistakes. This makes my own work harder. I feel that it is unfair. I work hard and she does not, but nothing ever happens to her. She never gets into trouble. This situation is difficult for me. I want to focus on my own work. I want to do a good job for Mr. Collins and for the company. But Brittany's actions often distract me. I think about how she does not work. I think about how I have to do extra work because of her. It is a problem in our office every day. This is the start of our story. It is about me, my boss, and Brittany. 2. A surprise promotion. One Monday morning, the office felt different. A special company meeting was called. Everyone gathered in the main meeting room. Mr. Greg Collins, our boss, stood at the front. He looked happy. He had a big smile on his face. He held some papers in his hand. Everyone wondered what the news would be. I felt a strong hope inside me. I had worked very hard for a long time. I always came to work early. I often stayed late to finish tasks. I helped my team members. I thought about all the extra projects I had completed. I believed my hard work would be seen. I hoped for a promotion. I felt sure that this meeting was about my new role. I imagined myself as a team leader. It was a dream I had worked for every day. I felt excited and a little nervous. My heart beat quickly. Then Mr. Collins started to speak. His voice was loud and clear. He spoke about new plans for the company. He talked about progress and success. Finally, he said, "I have an important announcement today. We are promoting a new team leader." I held my breath. I waited for my name. I was ready to stand up. But then he said, "Brittany will be our new team leader." My mind stopped. I could not believe what I heard. Brittany? It was impossible. She was lazy. She often came late. She spent much time on her phone. She did not work hard. How could she be a leader? My face felt hot. My heart dropped deep inside me. I looked at Brittany. She stood up slowly. She had a very proud smile. She moved her hair with her hand. She looked around the room as if she was very surprised, but I knew she was not. The other people in the room clapped their hands, but the sound was not strong. It was a weak sound. Many people looked confused, just like me. Their faces showed questions. No one seemed truly happy for Brittany. They knew how she worked. They knew she did not deserve it. I felt a wave of disappointment. It was a very big wave. It covered me completely. All my hopes were gone. After the meeting, everyone started to leave the room. I felt lost. I did not move for a moment. Brittany walked past me. She looked at me with a small, bad smile. Her eyes seemed to say something mean. She stopped very close to me. She whispered in my ear. Her words were sharp. "Hard work isn't everything, Angela," she said quietly. Then she walked away. Her words made me feel very angry. I wanted to shout. I wanted to ask her why. But I could not speak. I just stood there. My hands were shaking a little. This promotion was a big surprise. It was a very bad surprise for me. My dream was broken. I felt a deep sadness and anger. The office suddenly felt cold and unfair. 3. A feeling of unfairness. Angela could not sleep that night. Her mind was full of thoughts. She kept thinking about the promotion. It was not fair, and she felt a deep anger inside her. She had worked very hard for a long time. She always tried her best every day. Angela completed many important projects. She often corrected mistakes that Brittany made. She remembered how she stayed late at the office just last month. She finished a very important presentation. Mr. Collins, her boss, was very proud of that work. He praised it in front of the whole team. But now, Brittany was the new team leader. This made no sense to Angela. She felt a strong sense of injustice. Her hard work felt invisible and unrewarded. The next day at work, Angela tried hard to act normal. She walked around the office as usual. She talked to her colleagues about their tasks. She even tried to smile sometimes, but it was difficult. Inside, a strong fire burned. She was very angry, and she felt a deep sadness. It was difficult for her to focus on her daily tasks. Her mind kept going back to the meeting. She remembered Brittany's proud smile and the unfair words she whispered. Angela felt overlooked and unappreciated after all her efforts. She thought about all the extra hours she put in, all for nothing. Mr. Collins, her boss, also seemed different. He did not look at Angela the same way anymore. When he walked past her desk, he quickly looked away. He avoided her eyes. It was clear he did not want to talk to her for long. One afternoon, Angela needed to ask him about a new project. She wanted his feedback, as she always did. She hoped he would talk to her like before, with his usual charm and helpful advice. But he just said, "Keep up the good work, Angela." His voice was short and cold. His words felt like a sharp knife in her chest. She felt pushed away and ignored by the person she had always admired. Angela knew she could not let this situation continue. She would not stay quiet and accept it. She felt strongly that something was very wrong. The promotion did not seem right at all. She thought about everything that had happened in the past few weeks. There had to be a real reason for this strange decision. She decided she must find out the truth. She would look closely at everything. She would watch her boss and Brittany. She would uncover what was really happening behind the scenes. Angela would not rest until she understood why Brittany, who was often lazy and less skilled, got the promotion instead of her. This was not just about a job title. It was about fairness and honesty. She was determined to find the answers. 4. Strange things happen. After the promotion, Angela decided to watch her boss, Mr. Greg Collins, and Brittany very closely. She felt that something was wrong. She wanted to find the truth. Over the next few weeks, she started to notice many strange things. These things made her feel more and more suspicious. They often happened when other people were busy or not looking. Angela saw that Mr. Collins and Brittany often disappeared at the same time. They would leave their desks for coffee breaks. These breaks were not short, like 5 or 10 minutes. They lasted for a very long time, sometimes 20 or 30 minutes. They always went together. When they returned, they looked normal, but Angela started to pay more attention. She also noticed that they had many private meetings. These were not team meetings. They were just Mr. Collins and Brittany alone in his office. The door to his office was often closed during these times. This was not usual for other work discussions. Angela also saw them sharing secret smiles. These smiles were quick. They happened when Mr. Collins looked at Brittany or when Brittany looked at him. It was as if they had a private joke or a shared secret. They quickly stopped smiling if someone else looked at them. Angela felt a cold feeling in her stomach each time she saw this. She thought, "Why are they hiding things? Why do they act like this?" Her anger grew. She knew in her heart that her suspicions were becoming stronger. This was not about work. It was something else. One Friday evening, Angela stayed late at the office. She had an important report to finish. The office was quiet, and most people had gone home. When she finally finished her work, she wanted to put the report on Mr. Collins's desk. She walked to his office. As she got closer, she looked through the glass part of his office door. What she saw made her stop. Mr. Collins and Brittany were inside. They were standing very close to each other. Brittany was laughing softly, and she touched Mr. Collins's arm. He did not move away. He looked at her with a soft expression, not a work expression. Angela's heart stopped beating for a moment. This was not a normal talk between a boss and an employee. This was too close, too personal. It confirmed all her bad feelings. Angela quickly walked away from the office door. She made sure they did not see her. She pretended she had not seen anything. But inside, she knew. She knew exactly what was happening between them. Her suspicions were not just feelings anymore. They were true. The promotion was not fair because of this. Angela felt very angry, but also very determined. She now had a big piece of the truth. 5. The secret is out. Angela thought deeply about everything she had seen. It was the weekend, and her mind was full of questions. Now, all the strange events started to make sense. She remembered Brittany's unexpected promotion. She thought about the special treatment Brittany always received from Mr. Collins. She also recalled the secret smiles they shared when they thought no one was watching them. It was clear now. The promotion was not because of Brittany's work. It was about their secret relationship. This was the true reason why Brittany became the new team leader. Angela knew she could not ignore this truth. She decided she needed to find strong evidence. She could not just have a feeling, she needed real proof. She began to observe Brittany even more closely at work. She looked for anything that could show their secret. Brittany was often careless. She sometimes left her desk messy or her computer unattended. Angela hoped to find an email, a written note, or a message that would confirm her suspicions. One afternoon, Brittany left her computer for a moment. She went to talk to a coworker. Her computer screen was still on and unlocked. Suddenly, a new message popped up on the screen. Angela quickly looked at it. The message was short, but its meaning was very clear. It said, "Dinner tonight, same place." G read. Angela's heart started to beat very fast. The initial G definitely stood for Greg, her boss. The small red heart symbol next to the letter made the message intimate. It was a clear sign of their private relationship. Angela felt a mix of shock and confirmation. This was the evidence she needed. She quickly took out her mobile phone. Her hands were shaking slightly from excitement and nerves. She aimed her phone at the computer screen. She pressed the button and took a clear photo of the message. The picture captured the words and the heart symbol perfectly. Now she had solid proof. This photograph showed the secret relationship between her boss and Brittany. It explained everything: the unfair promotion, the special favors, and the strange behavior. Angela now had the key to revealing the truth. The secret was finally out. She knew her next steps would be difficult, but she also felt a strong sense of purpose. 6. A big confrontation. Monday morning started with a strange feeling in the office. The air felt heavy. Everyone seemed to move slowly, and no one spoke much. Mr. Collins, Angela's boss, acted as if everything was normal. He walked to his office, his steps quick and sure. Brittany, the new team leader, walked around with a big smile. She gave orders to other workers. She tried to look important, like a real leader. But Angela watched her. She knew Brittany was not a good leader. She knew the truth about Brittany's promotion. Angela felt a strong anger inside her. She could not pretend anymore. She could not keep silent any longer. Her heart beat fast in her chest. Later that morning, Mr. Collins called everyone to a team meeting. He asked them to stay in the main meeting room. He stood at the front, ready to speak. But before he could say one word, Angela stood up. Her chair made a small sound. All eyes turned to her. Angela felt her hands shake a little. Her voice was not strong, but she spoke clearly. She looked directly at Mr. Collins. "Mr. Collins," she said, her voice a little shaky, "I think everyone in this team deserves to know the real reason Brittany was promoted." The room became very quiet. No one moved. Brittany's big smile slowly disappeared from her face. She looked worried. Mr. Collins looked at Angela. His face became very pale. He looked surprised and a little scared. "What are you talking about, Angela?" he asked. His voice was low. Angela took a deep breath. She reached into her pocket and pulled out her phone. She opened the photo she had taken. It was the intimate message from Mr. Collins to Brittany. It showed the letter G and a red heart. Angela held her phone up for everyone to see. The people in the room gasped loudly. Some covered their mouths with their hands in shock. They looked at the phone, then quickly at Mr. Collins, and then at Brittany. Brittany looked down at the table. Her face was very red. She did not say anything. Mr. Collins also did not say anything. He just stood there, looking at Angela and then at the phone in her hand. The secret was out. Everyone now knew the real reason for Brittany's promotion. The meeting had changed completely. The truth was now in the open for all to understand. 7. The truth comes out. Angela held up her phone. The screen showed the private message. It was a photo of Brittany's computer screen, clear for everyone. The words "dinner tonight," same place. G read were unmistakable. A deep silence filled the meeting room. Everyone looked from the phone to Mr. Collins, then to Brittany. Brittany's face turned red. Mr. Collins looked very pale. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. The proof was right there. Mr. Collins finally spoke. He tried to explain it was a private matter, not about work. He said it had nothing to do with Brittany's promotion. But his words were weak. No one believed him. The HR manager, Ms. Evans, was in the meeting. She stood up. Her face was serious. She looked at Mr. Collins. "Mr. Collins," she said, "we need to talk. Please step outside with me." Mr. Collins looked defeated. He followed Ms. Evans out. The door closed quietly. Brittany was still sitting. Tears fell from her eyes. She whispered, "It was true love," but her words sounded hollow. No one felt sorry for her. The room was full of whispers. People talked in low voices. They looked at Angela. Some looked angry, some surprised, some understanding. Angela felt nervous, but also strong. She had done what she needed to do. A little later, Ms. Evans came back. She spoke calmly. "Mr. Collins has been suspended from his duties," she announced. "The company will start an investigation." Then she looked at Brittany. "Brittany, please hand in your company access card. Your employment here is terminated." Brittany gasped. She stood up quickly. She glared at Angela with angry eyes. Angela did not look away. Brittany walked out, her shoulders shaking. The office was very quiet. The next few days were strange. The air felt lighter, but also tense. People talked about what happened. Some whispered about Angela, but many came to her quietly. They thanked her. They said she was brave. They said she stood up for fairness. Angela did not feel proud, just tired. The situation had been stressful, but she also felt a great sense of relief. A heavy weight was gone. She felt free from the unfairness. She knew she had done the right thing. The truth had come out and things could change. 8. A new start. 2 weeks passed after the important meeting. The office slowly became calm again. People still talked about what happened, but the air felt clearer. Angela had worked hard, just like always. She tried to focus on her tasks, but a small part of her wondered what would happen next. One afternoon, her phone rang. It was the HR manager, Ms. Davies. Ms. Davies asked Angela to come to her office. Angela felt a mix of feelings. She was a little nervous, but also hopeful. She walked slowly to the HR office, her heart beating a little faster with each step. When she entered, Ms. Davies smiled warmly. She asked Angela to sit down. "Angela," Ms. Davies began, "we have finished our investigation. We also talked about the future of our team." Angela listened carefully. She waited to hear what Ms. Davies would say. Then, Ms. Davies spoke the words Angela had hoped to hear for a long time. "We want to offer you the team leader position. You showed great honesty and strong leadership during a difficult time. Your hard work and dedication have always been clear to us." Angela could not believe it. A wave of happiness washed over her. She felt like a heavy weight was lifted from her shoulders. All her effort, all her late nights, and all her belief in doing what was right had finally been seen and rewarded. She thanked Ms. Davies with a big smile. This promotion felt very different. Angela knew she earned it because of her skills, her commitment, and her truthfulness. It was not because of secrets or unfair advantages. This was a real win. She felt a deep sense of pride and satisfaction. The next Monday, Angela started her new role as team leader. She felt ready for the new responsibilities. She wanted to make the team strong and fair. She planned to lead with honesty, just as she had always worked. She wanted to create a good place for everyone. Angela often thought about the big lesson she learned. She understood that it was important to stand up for what you believe in. She learned that her value at work came from her own hard work and her good character. She did not need to be like others to succeed. Truth always finds a way to come out, and good things can follow hard times. Walking out of the office one evening, Angela looked at the bright city lights. She felt strong and confident. This was not just a new job title, it was truly a new start for her. She looked forward to her future with hope and a clear mind. She knew she could achieve great things.